Hello guys and welcome back to the Technical Beast server. Now today, enough with the derping, we're now going to do some serious FTB. Those people that watch my vanilla and have been following me for a while my vanilla know that I don't like doing things half-assed, I do not like doing things small. This area does infuriate me, but it's been serviceable and it's been satisfying our needs thus far, but I really want to do something proper. And my people know that I like to do things proper first time. So we're going to go really extreme and do a proper processing plant. It's going to take a long time, but we're going to start it today. The first thing is though to find a nice new location, because I don't want to give people lots of frame rate lag and if they're standing around the area. It's going to be separate from the storage area. So this whole thing may just vanish. I may just nuke it or something at some point, but for now I need it for storage. But I do not need the automation in the machines here. So I'm going to go look for a new place somewhere. I don't know where yet. I'll get back to you when I've found it. Okay, so I found my new area. I did present a couple of options to the server and they decided that this is the one. So what I'm going to do is build inside this gigantic jungle area here. Use this as my high point because what I really wanted was somewhere that I would have a lot of space to build inside of. Because what I really don't want to do, what's seen a lot of mistakes from other YouTubers, is that they've built sort of underground areas in slime chunks, and that's just suicidal. They would destroy your face. So I thought, if I do it inside a gigantic thing like this, at the moment up here it's y equals 120, 124. There's a lot of height in that before it actually hit the slime chunks. They're below y equals 40 still, something like that. So I really have a lot of space to do things with without needing to even worry about them. And there's lovely biome here, really nice autumn forest. So I need to go put some quarries down now and work out where I'm going to put them. And I was thinking, and I was talking to Xuma about it, that I could do some sort of glass facing bit on the front so that you look out upon this lovely forest. So that's my idea. So I'm going to find somewhere to put these quarries and I'll get back to you with some progress after that. And we're back. It's actually been a couple of days now. I've been doing an awful lot of crafting in between. And Nathan's actually doing quite well with bees now. He's on to his first industrious successful ones, I think. Yep. And he's managed to actually get a queen now for that. And what we were really aiming for was to get our uranium bees, because that's what we really need to power them with solar panels. And the solar panel machine is working very well. At the moment I'm just taking the plates out of it and making them myself. But I kind of have changed my mind for what I'm doing. A little bit even more extreme than I planned initially. I guess I should explain myself there. Well, as you can see there are a lot of fabricators around. It's a gigantic mess of creation here. All sorts of things being made, all sorts of things. So I kind of think I'll give you a little look at what I've been making. A little bit laggy at the moment. We're now in the new area. As you can see, we've got a nice hole underneath the lovely new mountain. And I'm lagging a bit here actually. And down here, I've mined out a nice maximum size quarry. And what I'm going to do is make this so that it's not a maximum size quarry. It's going to be a odd sized quarry. Well, quarry hole anyway. Because I know what I'm going to be building in this. Well, I'm going to design everything around it. I was talking to the other guys earlier today and I'm thinking about how much MJ that I would need. And I was wondering if Raven's area would be able to support anything near that or be able to grow to accommodate that need. And then I decided that I probably would be better off making my own MJ here. So I had some thinking through of different ways I can make MJ and a biomass, peat bog things and all that. But I kind of need something more industrious than that. So I looked at what the maximum output for electric engines are now when you upgrade them with all the different circuit boards. And it's meant to be 14 MJ per tick. But they use about 40 EU or something per tick as well to power that. And I wondered that I probably need about maybe 3000 MJ per tick. Something like that to start me off with, maybe even more. And then I had to work out I needed several hundred engines. And I thought, Yeah, I probably need to do that. And then I thought, how much EU is that to power it? And it was about 14,000 per tick. So I thought maybe ultimate solar panels here aren't going to be a good idea. What I really want to do was to have a couple of solar panels up here just to be quite convenient underneath the trees and be kind of secretive. I don't really want to wreck the rest of the landscape. So I thought, what I could do was go even further, and I could just build my own fusion reactor in here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. This gigantic hole, I think I'm going to probably see if there's slime chunks in here. I'm assuming there are, and therefore I would only build above the y equals 40 or so. I think it's 40 still. So above there. So I've got that height up here from 40 all the way up to, I think we're at 120 up here or something. Yeah, about 120. So that gives me about 80 blocks space, which is actually perfect from that. And we have the reactor in the middle, about halfway down. And then I would be able to cable it up to everything in this gigantic hole without losing any energy per tick, which would be really nice. And having your own fusion reactor here would be really cool. But I want to change it from the one Pricey did. I want to have it so that I have the least things attached to it or going to and from it as possible. Trying to really max out some router usage and see if I can make it look really nice. And have a sort of a central column of that. And then I need tons of electric engines to then power some redstone conduits. I'll probably snake around the whole base. Some zombies around here. So I've been getting a lot of stuff done here, and kind of been doing a lot of crafting, because I had to wait for this to be made, had to wait a day or so for this to finish. So I did kind of a little bit of crafting, kind of get a little idea of what we've got to come. And I think I'm going to do all the walls with red rock brick. It's quite a nice little colour, not used too often. And I need to make it an odd by odd size so that I can actually fit a single bit in the middle for the reactor and have it look really nice. Here I've got tons of machines, but then I've got a little bit more. Barrelception, I've got hollow transformers and stuff. I'll squeeze through here because it is very tight. Load of tesseracts, some fibre, some redstone energy conduits, some upgrades to the routers, over a stack of routers. Some iridium plates, and kind of getting stuff ready for a fusion reactor as well. Oh yeah, and 800 electrical engines. I'm not even going to be able to use that many of them, because that will use something like 40,000 MJ per tick, which might mean I need 2 reactors. Now I may use more than one at some point, but not quite yet. For now though, I'm going to start building things up and get some things working here first, and move them over from the processing plant, the original one. And probably just do that with Ultimate Solars, which is why I wait. But I need to do a lot of crafting to get the rest of it. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff ready for it. I'm really excited about this. And down next to the bees. Oh, we've already told you the bees, haven't I? Sorry. But yeah, I'll give you a little progress update when I've got some more done. Okay, after a few more days of hard work, I'll be doing an awful lot of crafting. As you can see, this mess got even bigger. This gigantic thing here is actually my superconductors going into my fusion coils. A long crafting process, incredibly expensive. So yeah, I'm going to give you an update on what I've been doing so far, because it's taken me a very long time, and I'd rather give you a little video saying, no, this is how far I've got so far. So a little look at this. I've actually gone ahead and messed up a bit because I recorded and then I found the sound wasn't on for some reason. After my live stream it kind of didn't reset itself, so it was really annoying. I actually went to sit and made my fusion reactor and I put it in. So let's go have a little look at it. And I'm undecided whether I should keep it in its exact place or if I shift it across one, but I don't know. This whole thing here is about 80 high from that top bit there to this glass level here. So that is directly in the middle. So it's a 40 above, 40 below, and should be 32 each way. This is a 65 by 65 now. Took me a long time to shave the corners off and make it a little bit bigger. But this is all complete so far, the structure. So this will be the level... Oh, that one is the level of the reactor. This is the level of 40. So this is where slimes can't spawn above, just in case. I think we'll use this bottom bit here for the machines to power the reactor. So all the centrifuges and things like that will go down there. Doesn't matter if there's ever any slimes down there, they'll just be completely autonomous. And then the reactor is here. I've gone and placed him, he looks very pretty there. And these circles on each side are the inputs, and this bit here is the output on both sides. So I do have some superconductor wire on me, so all that would do is go up and down. So I'm thinking of just doing a long strip up, so just like that. And these are uninsulated cables, so if they're powered, you will die if you go near them. They're very, very dangerous. So what I want to have is that going all the way up and going all the way down. And then at each point, I can then just take some supercondensers and some MV transformers, and then just take the energy to each section as I need it, without losing the EU per tick from distance, which would be nice. That's why it's in the middle of 40 by 40. And then I've got to arrange all my machines all the way around, and should be quite exciting when I get putting them in. And then this has got to then power a whole load of engines, so I'm thinking of just having like shelving with machines on each level. I'm not unsure where to put the electric engines, because I'm probably going to need to have 400 or 200 there, 200 there, 200 there, 200 there, in a little bit of a circle, and then have the energy conduits going all the way up, all the way down, through the floor, through the walls, up the corners, so then in any place I can just extend the conduit a little bit further and plug in all the MJ machines, which should be quite pretty. And with the MJ, it doesn't matter if the engine's on all the time, because the energy is not wasted. It doesn't matter if they're on. This will just keep producing its energy again and again and again. So I've got a couple of coils made, and the bottleneck at the moment is just the time for creating titanium. At the moment I have to use the U-matter for it because we just don't have any titanium. I need 32 of these, I think it is. So yeah, it's just a long waiting game now. If I wait a couple of days, the server will provide me with enough titanium for my stuff. But really, I don't want to wait a couple of days to finish off a video. So all I'll be doing is placing those coils, I think. So yeah, that's a good little bit of progress there, and just got to wait for that to be finished to then do, to then actually put the machines in. And let's go have a look at what else has been happening. So on here, I've got all the stuff coming through, very nice. Like I said, all I'm waiting for now is titanium, sorry. Over here, I've got a lot of iridium plates, and at the moment this is set up now just to produce titanium. A little bit more there. It's still rather slow. Like I said, I have to wait for the server to be on while I'm not here. But I did a live stream. If you didn't see it, then sorry. But the people that did, I hope you enjoyed it. There's a couple of hundred of you. And I went and edited the UMAT station. So if I go through to here, this scrap is overproducing by a long way. And I had this so that the overflow would then go into this barrel. And you can see there's a lot of them in there. And what happens now is it goes into here. When it overflows, it goes to the Tesseract. Tesseract then takes it to Prize's generator reactor, which is, let me have a look. It's in this one. I'm gonna run up energy in a minute, and now it's here. So when I set this up, because it's been not producing any matter for a week now, and we've been losing a lot of potential gain from that. So now this is on. Yep. So this will always be constantly on now. Completely autonomous, completely resetting, and we won't change it so that now this will set up to extract helium when it's produced instead of being sat in here. We've only got the end supplies in there. Let's put that one back like so. And this up here has got lots and lots of helium in it, which looks really nice through pipes, and that is 4,460 buckets of helium, which is quite impressive. Take a very long time for that to fill up, but it should be cool. And yep, so Tesseract comes through here, gets the scrap box into here, pulls it through into here, makes some U matter, sends it back through to the rest of the place. Just a very nice way of getting more U matter. And we've also got our first test teleporter set up. So this is an IDSU, an interdimensional storage unit. And the problem with them though, he's charging up from the reactor like so. But they are all player specific, so they're not very good for communal things because none of us can access it. I can only place blocks next to it. Which is a bit annoying. I can't edit it at all. Then on here we've got teleporter. Now this one currently goes to here, which is awesome. And what we want to do is set up loads of these in the new area to get to other areas. So you want to get back to here, which is teleporter. You want to get to UMAT station, which is teleporter. Much better than using the portal gun portals because we don't have very many of them, and we'd rather use the personal ones. Let's more of that. So yeah, that kind of shows you what we've been doing. I won't show you the new area at the moment because I know Exum wants to show that off separately, but I thought I'd just do this to tell you where we are on the server with progressing. Like I said, I could wait a couple of days and give you a little bit more progress, but I'd rather show you now. So, that is all I have to show you at the moment, unfortunately. So, I hope you have enjoyed, and good luck with me on the reactor, and I'll see you next time, guys.